Huh. We'll find out, though. Really find out. So, Quikaragon's got the Dutch, and Jlafet has the Indians. So, I think, generally speaking, Dutch is one of the civs you don't want to fight as India. Because once they get their banks established, they become a real nuisance to deal with. Nah, they get like tons of Reuters and skirms, and you really gotta be on top of your game as India, I think, to fight a Dutch player. Now, I think if you can rush them out of the gate, maybe catch them off guard, set points, sometimes you can make it a little easier for yourself. But yeah, no, I remember having some really tough days fighting the Dutch as the Indians. You know, tons of crazy Reuters skirmisher stuff being done to me. Yeah, no, insane indeed. But yeah, I think you'll see here exactly what I mean, pretty much. Yeah, definitely. Surely you'll see it. It all depends on how the deck's set up, though. I mean, in general, Dutch and Indian decks are pretty consistent. But if we see anything spicy, then we might get a bit of an idea of what they might exactly be planning. What happened? I was going to sound like a Scotsman for some reason there because I was choking on a piece of something I was eating. That's weird. Okay, so yep, standard India deck. This is as standard as an India deck can get, pretty much. All the fixins and everything, pretty much. I got set boy, Sawar, trickle cards, this. Yep, pretty much. Going for distributivism, good idea. Starting, wait a second. So how is he set up, actually? So it looks like this India is actually playing more of the normalish way. So instead of going with the straight up 10 villager age up, this India decided to go for the house, get the villagers going, you know, all that. When you want to play more standard with a 15 to 16 villager age up with India, you have to go about it a bit differently. Basically, what you have to do is you have to balance your gatherers on wood and food so that you can maintain a queue of villagers, basically, right? And then from there, you kind of throw off some of the villagers once you get the wood trickle, because the wood trickle pretty much gives you enough wood to maybe replace one or two of the vills, and then the big one here, foreign logging, really helps you out to replace vills, and then, you know, you can have a bit more on food and gold and actually make more set poise and stuff, which is great. That's pretty much what you do there. Yeah. Notice now how all the vills are on wood, so we can maintain a queue of Indian villagers there. Quite nice. Looks like the wonder's going up now. The Agra Fort. Good choke point between the water and the native site. Protecting a mine, protecting the hunt. That's a good spot. That's a good spot to put a fort in. It's going to be quite defensible, actually, so I like that. It's going to be quite good. Here comes the hunting eagles, followed by blanket filters there. The first hunting tech and the first mining tech for the Asian civs. Another bill's coming in now. Very nice. Oh wow, using the envoy to attack the villager there? Okay. How much damage do you actually expect to get, though, honestly?
Huh?
Yeah, it's doing a little bit of damage, I will say. All those little Dutch boy punches are adding up. Quite a bit there, yeah. Look at all those hits.
Adish?
Actually, oh wow, he's calling in the native scout to use his little dagger there to try to fight. Oh no, he's on the side of the envoy. Look at that. They almost raided a villager. That's crazy. Right, but now, because India's in A2, they will initiate a push of sepoys, because that's typically how you do India, they really do favor you to do semi-fast fortress instead of straight up fast fortress. So you usually make at least a few batches of set poise before considering aging up. Going for the wood, it looks like 700 wood with the villager. Great part of India is you always get a free villager with your card. So you don't need separate villager cards. You just try to get as many cards as fast as you can, and then your economy will just flourish, right? With the extra eco, which is quite nice. Looks like they can take that envoy out, right? Very good. Take out that outlaw there, very nice. Take out that one there. What's the treasure? It's gonna be XP, right? 210, not bad. Should push the India quite ahead towards getting their next shipment, which is probably gonna be foreign logging. So going for wood. Very nice. Very good choice. So where's the Dutch at? They're on 3 banks now, right? So they got bank 1, 2, and then they got bank 3 through the bank wagon. Yep, that's normally how you do Dutch. You build your first bank between age 1 and 2 by splitting your wood and your food villagers. And then at some point in age 2, you usually, because you have enough food and you're shipping your wood in, then you can get your second bank. And then you ship a bank wagon and then get a third bank. And that way you're at about 60% of the initial banks that you can get in the game, which is pretty good for setting up your economy as Dutch, typically. And then you can move on from there, essentially, yeah, which is quite good. Quikaragon, okay, get a consulate. So I'm assuming India's going diplomatic intrigue, right? Yep, no doubt. Gonna go more Ottomans probably and get some Delhis. Have a bit of handcab mixed in there to fight the Dutch skirmishers. So yeah, I think the approach here by the India player is try to press that Dutch using some handcab, you know? Try to get rid of the skirmishers. Try to like raise a bank or something. Raising banks is not easy. I mean, look at how sturdy these things are. The barracks is easier to siege than a bank. These things are really tough to take down. So if you can take one down, it's quite good. It's like fatal to the Dutch player if you can take out a bank. But if you can't take them out and you lose a lot of troops trying to, then things are pretty bad. It definitely falls on you, you know? It's quite bad, actually, 100%. So yeah, definitely. Take that bill out there. Good. Very nice. That boy's coming out, and there's the delis there. Looks like the skirms are going to win initially because they have the extra +1 range, and they can really do some extra damage to those groups as a result. Looks like the India did send in some ASAPs as well. These will be good against Cav and Dragoons, or provide some pretty decent range cover too and support for the other troops. This is quite good. Yeah, now you gotta retreat because now he's got a ton of hussars there at this point. Yeah, big time. Because normally the deli actually moves a bit faster than the hussar, but if they get snared, then they move really slow. Now he's got the Sawars mixed in, so a bit more anti-skirmisher as well, which is good. See what's happening here. Yep, raid the villages there, very nice. India will be going up with the Sharmanar Gate now, right? Sharmanar Gate, gotta free Mahout, and they're gonna ship in more elephants there, which is good. The Dutch, because they've been able to turtle pretty good and establish war banks at this point, can go up as well with the Exiled Prince. The reason they want to age up fast is because they want to be able to get Reuters and Skirmishers. Reuters, Skirmisher. That's like the big, strong archetype of the Dutch. Skirmishers to fight the infantry, Reuters to fight the cavalry. It's basically what you want to go for pretty much there.
Commando.
26 skirms, and you got 6 hussars there. Very good. Again, blunderbuss there for defense. Gangsaw, get the wood rate a little bit up so you can get your 5th bank at this point. Right, you can get a 5th bank still, right? Yep. How's his other cards? He has the Royal Decree, so he can get the other 2 banks. Nice. Doesn't have the age 1 bank. Build limit increases, though, which is unfortunate. He's had some good mercenary shipments, so. Alright, so Gurks come in first. They're going to take out 1, 2 bills. Okay. So pull back. He's probably going to plan some sort of movement into the base again, right? Oh, did he make him on Sabdar Gurkha and let him die? That's pretty bad, man. Oh, man, yeah, he's going to have to make another one now. That's insane, dude. Like, you got to be careful. The main reason you make him on Sabdar is to support your other troops, not to send them out alone to get sniped. Man, that's pretty bad. I don't usually see people actually make them on Sabdars unless it's like an emergency situation where stats really matter. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting he's actually going for the on Sabdar there to boost up the other ones. Oh, pretty interesting play to say the least. Yeah, big time. Yeah, that'll be quite good. Yeah, definitely.
Huh.
And relations, very nice. Oh, he's got the Mansabdar for the Sepoy too. Wow, he's going full Mansabdar here. Wow, it's neat because usually people just go Sharmanar Gate just to get the free Mahout, be part of the build order. We very rarely see people actually implement Mansabdars into their strategy. Looks like he's implemented both the Sepoy one as well as the Gurkha one effectively, thus giving him a really good beefed up infantry force. Yeah, I know, his infantry force is in much better shape now with those Mansabdars. Then he's adding British East India Company, which will boost up all these guys by 10%. The Sawars, the Sepoys, and the Gurks, and thus lead to an even more formidable pushing force there, yeah. So I think it'll work quite nicely, yeah, 100%. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. Quite good. Definitely. Definitively, yeah. Well, look at it that way too, yeah. Alright, so the skirmishers, Gurkhas are getting some good free shots in there actually, so I'm pretty happy for India there. And now you have to pull out. Taking some time to maybe weaken down the Hussars. I don't know if I would do that, because now you're giving the Hussar extra time to reach you, which is not good, and that forces you to like do all sorts of information stuff. Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. Look at that. Eight. Alright, Azaps and Sepoys doing a good job versus the Hussars there. Gonna get another batch of Hussars down, maybe. Perhaps. Yeah, I mean, he's doing a good job microing his infantry, I will say that. He's, like, giving the Hussars very little wiggle room to hit his stuff. And that way he can eventually try to draw out the Gurks and take them out next, yeah. What is the Dutch plan, anyways? Is he like got any shipments? He got 7 skirm. He's got Reuter. Where does he go from here, so to speak? Well, he's gonna go for infantry combat. Get the pikes and skirmishers up a bit. Yep. Building a forward barracks is always a good idea once you know that you're going to be fighting from that position, because now you don't have to wait as long to get resupplying troops in to fight your enemy with, which is great. Going to industrial age, probably he's going to get, I'm assuming he's going to get Indian gunpowder to upgrade his troops and make them cost and train better, you know. Train faster, be cheaper, sort of that. So, yeah, if he gets Indian gunpowder and gets a ton of Sepoys, then I think that'd be a pretty good synergy there, yeah. He could also get some Arumis, some guard Arumis. That would probably be enough to rush the skirms with once he beats through the Hussars. We'll see, though. We'll see what the plan is ultimately. Good, yeah. So there's the Sepoys right there. Gotta get them in a position though so they don't get wiped out by the skirms. Gotta be careful of that pretty much, yep. Good, use the elephants there to sort of do some splash damage and distract them and let the Gurks get into their position, right? Yeah. Azaps are still alive, which I'm pretty impressed with. Yeah, I still got like 4 Azaps there. Should be keeping them with the Gurks, so maybe you can maybe fend off a couple of the Hussars with your poleaxe weapons, maybe. Alright, so cutting down some of the skirm numbers is always good. Did this Dutch get his 5th bank yet? He hasn't even, because India's been pressuring him so hard. That's insane to think that he hasn't even gotten his 5th bank yet. That shows you that this India is definitely looking in good shape right now, because he's been able to apply some pretty serious pressure there for a while now. It's going to make a huge difference, I think. Yeah, absolutely. Insane difference. Big time. So, let's see here. Yeah, no, this India's in great shape. He's got the Gurks up the guard already. How about the Sepoys? Yep, the Sepoys up the guard. GG. Yeah. That's one of the rare instances that I've seen in India that can actually go toe-to-toe with the Dutch and beat them. That's pretty good, actually. Like, no. That's awesome, actually. You know, I've never seen India feel that comfortable and smooth fighting the Dutch in their own base because... Right, they go skirmisher, they fall back, they use the 20 range to their advantage, because even your skirms, the Gurks only have not. Oh yeah, apparently in this game they get more range with upgrades, so that's good. That's good. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I didn't even notice that. So, yeah, I mean, I guess over time your Gurks do become sufficient to beat the skirmishers toe to toe, so that's good.